Hi YouTube, this is Zari Ballard, and this is the When Love is Alive video blog podcast. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get notified of my videos. Today's topic's a good one. We're going to talk about narcissism, narcs, mind control, and neural linguistic programming. Hang in there. I'll be right back. Everybody, today's topic is going to be Narcs, Narcspeak, and NLP, which is Neural Linguistic Programming, because I think they all go hand in hand. Because if anybody who's ever been with a narc, there's times you actually feel like you are under a spell, some kind of weird spell. I mean, being in a relationship with a narc is like a psychological operation where it turns like confident women or men into mush. And that's got to be some kind of weird mind control, but it's just a narc. What would you know about that? So I'm on the internet and I come across NLP. And I'm reading through it. And it's Narcspeak. That's all it is. It's Narcspeak. If you don't know what an NLP is, it's Neural Linguistic Programming. It's used by marketers and like self-help gurus like Anthony Robbins, those kind of types of people. And it's taught under the guise of self-help to bring more awareness, to help you influence people. But it's really about mind control. It really is. And of course, it's not sold to you like that, but that's what it is. Okay, so when I looked into it, it's a discipline. It's like a science. It was invented by these two guys out in California, and the military and the CIA, they really liked it later on. So we know right there that it was something that could be used for no good. And it's about influencing people to behave a certain way, training them to behave a certain way. So when I'm going through it, I'm finding things like mirroring, which we know all about with narcissists, is when they portray what's best about you back to you. So it's like you found, I call it the soulmate effect, but it's basically the same thing. And it's about developing that rapport. Okay, NLP. If for those who are really good at it, you know, like a self-help guru like Anthony Robbins can draw thousands upon thousands of people to come see him. Okay, and they'll listen. They'll buy his book. They'll try everything, you know, to adhere to the program. Okay, but it never works out that way. How come they don't get rich like the gurus? Okay, it's not because that's not what it's intended to do. So the narc, it's almost weird. It's like, so it's almost like a self-aware narc who realized what he did, what he was doing, how he could influence people, decided to sell it to the world. And I didn't look enough into the guys who started it to see what they're all about, except that I do know that one of them killed a girl and shot her right in the head and got away with it. And during the trial, there's rumor that he used NLP, which was his thing, to manipulate the jury. And after that, he was found not guilty, and he went on about his business, made another few million. Okay? And, I mean, it's about a bunch of creepy people. Okay, so one of the things about it, the first one that I saw that was about it was mirroring. Okay, and everybody knows what that is. Okay, that's when we meet them. Oh my God, they're just like me. They finish our sentences, the whole thing. Okay, that's number one, and that creates the instant rapport that you get. That's the love bombing stage. Then there's anchoring. Okay, and anchoring is another way to program the mind. It programs the mind so that all it takes is like a touch, something simple, like it's called an anchor, to get you to behave a certain way. I remember my ex used to say, it's all in the caress. I remember he used to say that. And he would just touch my shoulder. I'd be like, okay. But I remember he used to say that. It's all in the caress. Just a touch. That was, you could get a lot done that way. And the other thing is NLP does a lot of, it mixes up words. It actually says one thing and means another. And that is total narc speak. Narc speak by a narc like we know in a relationship, is done deliberately to confuse us, to make us wonder and worry and figure it out, and anxiety and all that. It's deliberately done to confuse you, because the last thing they want to do is mean what they say and say what they mean. Okay? And basically, this program, that's exactly what it is. You don't have to say what you mean and mean what you say, but just by mind controlling the people that are in front of you, who are basically either looking up to you, if you're a guru, or in love with you, if you're a partner, or admiring of you, if you're maybe a child, and you manipulate that. You take advantage of that feeling that's emanating from another person. And it appears that you're reciprocating, but you're really not. It's very tricky. I went to this one website, and it said, in the title of the website, or the title of the page was, Does NLP, is it manipulative? And of course, the person writing the article, it was an NLP website, was trying to answer, obviously, with what they hear all the time. And he said that, oh, it could be, if it's used for bad. Anything can be used for bad. But we use it because we want to teach people good things. We want to help them help themselves. We want to teach them that what we are selling is better than the other products, or it's the best thing that can for them, because of course we know what's best for them. And so of course we don't use it that way, but somebody else could use it that way. And I thought, wow, okay. It's like a narc saying, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not what I meant. Okay, that's not what I meant at all. And it's a very passive-aggressive program. It's kind of like they can get you to do things without coming right out and telling you to do it like a narc does. For instance, passive aggression. With the narc, they don't specifically tell you what you can and cannot do, but it's weird. They allude to it because you just figure it out. They might say, I didn't tell you couldn't go. I didn't say that. Go ahead. Go right ahead. I don't mind. And they do, and you won't go. I didn't tell you couldn't go spend time with your family. Just go right ahead and you have a good time. And of course you're not going to go because you can tell. And then if you don't go, don't blame me if you don't go. I told you could go. So narc speak is really a dumbed down, almost generic, almost base model. Like say if it was a car, it would be the base model of NLP, of Neural Linguistic Programming. What's interesting about it is that I wonder, NLP is taught and used all over the world, in the military, by governments, by companies to market products, by self-help gurus, speakers, any kind of speaker, professors, things like that want to influence people. So, how does it pertain to a narc? Is that another one of the things when I say that they're wired differently? They don't think like everyone else? No. They think like a neural linguistic programmer. And that must have come first before it came out to the world. So if you want to learn, I know everybody calls me and says, I don't understand. Why is he saying this? Why is he saying that? What does he mean when he says that? He must really mean this if he says that. I'm like, no, that's not what he meant. and they don't get it. But if you understand, if you start looking, I mean, I'm not going to go spend a whole lot of time researching NLP. I saw what I needed to see. And if you're interested, you should go look at it, because you'll see right in it things that the narc does to you all the time, how he trains your brain. It's all about repetition. Very, very interesting. It is a psychological operation, and we always say that about narcissism, that it is a psychological warfare, along with being spiritual warfare. But psychologically, yeah. And I do believe that what this tells me when I saw this, and I read about it, and there might be some people who will say, oh no, I use that, we use that in marketing, we use it for a good thing, it's for a good cause, we want people, no, you know what, I don't buy that, because, and I mean, neural linguistic programming, if you pull it up, you don't get negative things right away, you get all good things it's used for this, and 7 ways to influence people, and to use it to, to get good things, or to teach people, or to, but that's not what it's about. People don't need to be brainwashed. You don't need to be brainwashed. Nobody needs to tell you what to do, ever, ever. Nobody knows what's best for you, but you. And this is the problem in the world right now. Governments, people in so-called authority, narcs, which rule the planet, they want to tell us what to do. And everything is used to manipulate the mind. So how do you avoid that? Okay, one of the things which I thought was pretty funny was always question if somebody is copying your body language. Somebody you just meet, a cute guy or cute girl, is like mirroring your body language. That's not good. Okay. If somebody's looking you in the eye, straight in the eye, and telling you something constantly, like not blinking, like narcs, will do. They'll look you right in the eye and tell you everything you want to hear. Okay. So if you're talking to somebody that makes you feel that way, just keep your eyes moving around. They have trouble using the program, or that portion of the program, if your eyes are moving around. Okay. The other thing is don't let anybody touch you that you just meet, because that's the anchor. And that's a pretty amazing thing. I mean, I suppose if they're really good at NLP, like they've really learned it as a science, I bet they can walk right by and touch you and you just that's what hypnotists use that. Mentalists. A narc is pretty much a mentalist in its most ornate or most organic form, because I believe that they don't study this shit. I think that it comes naturally, and to me that's far worse. Trust your intuition. Okay, that's probably the biggest one. Nobody wants to do that. For some reason we turn away from it. But your intuition is always telling you the right thing. Always. Which isn't always what we want to hear. But I mean, the older you get, you got to start doing the right thing. Don't let anybody control you. Don't. Not even for love. Most people who follow gurus or who read, obsessively and try to follow a program presented by a guru will end up in therapy. That's a consequence of that deception. They don't care. Narcs do the same thing. They tell you they future fake you, tell you what you want to hear, tell you they love you. Lie. They lie even when the truth is a better story. And they don't really care about the consequence, as long as they're getting what they want in the moment. They are born with, organically have, they have an intuitive sense of this type of programming. Attention is everything. Okay, well, thank you for joining me today for my little video. I always appreciative of it. And you can find me at thenarcissisticpersonality.com and on Amazon. My books are on Amazon. And I will see you next time. And if you need to talk about it, talk about anything. Book some time with me. It's affordable. Time never expires on it, and we'll become pretty good friends. You'll see. You'll see. I can help you get through whatever you got going on there. We'll do it together. That's for sure. I'm still trying to figure it out myself, so we'll help each other out. I hope you have a wonderful day. This is Zari Ballard for the When Love is Alive video blog podcast, and I'll see you next time. Bye.